Workout number 3 this week is going to be as many quality rounds as possible, okay? So you're gonna choose somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes, maybe depending on how much time you have, but I would choose from before you start, I'm gonna do 10 minutes, 11, 12, 13, 14, or 15, all right? And you're gonna try to get through 4 movements as many times as possible, as many rounds as you can, focusing on quality movements and not rushing through and getting sloppy, all right? So for those 4 movements, the first one is gonna be your choice of a hinge variation, all right? So we have our normal 2-handed hip hinge, holding the bell with 2 hands, bringing the bell from the floor and standing straight up, keeping that neutral spine, that back flat, a slight bend to the knee, and controlling our movements, especially when we're going down. All right, we have our split stance option, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and bringing that bell, same thing, from the floor to standing straight up. Making sure you're switching sides if you do choose this option. We have our just single arm, normal deadlift, normal hinge, so feet next to each other, holding with 1 hand at a time. Making sure you're switching sides there as well. And we have our RDL option, our Romanian deadlift, which is going to be a straighter leg. Okay, you're going to feel it in those hamstrings a lot more. Make sure you're stabilizing with the glutes and make sure that spine is neutral. All right, I'm really being careful on this one if you do choose it, because you're going to feel that stretch in those hamstrings. All right, second movement is going to be a gorilla row or a normal bent over row. So you can try the gorilla row if you have 2 bells that are the same weight or very similar weight. You don't want to have a bell that's heavy, too heavy, and then a bell that's light, because that's going to be too much of an offset type weight. We want to try to keep our hips nice and square here, all right? So we want to grab 2 bells that are either the same size or very similar in weight, all right? You're going to get a little bit of a wider stance here. So at least shoulders width, maybe even slightly outside shoulders width. See what's comfortable for you. I like about shoulders width, maybe a touch outside shoulders width for this. You're gonna get into a hinged position. All right, so again, keeping that spine neutral, that back flat, bending those knees, all right? Getting those hips back a little bit in a nice, strong position, like a gorilla. And grabbing those bells where you see the handles are pointing forward and backward and not sideways here. And we're going to grab our bells. They're going to be between our feet, and we're just going to pull 1 bell up at a time. So we're going to bring our elbow up and our bell up, and rotate those shoulders a bit on this. And as you're pulling with one side, you're pressing the bell into the opposite bell into the floor with the other one, all right? If you don't want to do that, then you can just do normal bent over row, all right, in a split stance position, and bringing those elbows up nice and high. You can even rotate those shoulders a bit as you do it, making sure you're switching sides, all right? After that is going to be a lunge. So each side, you're going to switch sides, of course, or you can do alternating.
Daddy, did you go on a walk already? Did you go on a walk?
Not yet.
Can I go on one?
Sure. Reverse lunge, stepping back into a lunge, alternating sides, or stepping forward and then coming back out of that lunge. So do your best with the range of motion on this.
It's not even, it doesn't have the skip button yet.
And then the last thing is going to be a side bend. So you're going to hold the bell at your side, and we're going to bend
I want to.
and flex that spine
Daddy,
in a controlled movement, making sure we're switching sides.
I want this to go Daddy. Daddy.
Or you can choose
Daddy.
a trunk twist,
Where?
where you're twisting
Daddy.
from side to side, holding that bell in a front rack position. So bringing the bell to one side in a nice controlled manner, and then the other. All right, everything on this set or this workout is going to be 6 to 10 reps. All right, you choose the amount you want to do because it is a lot of repetitions, a lot of rounds, a lot of times through. All right,
I'm gonna go get
anywhere between
water
10
upstairs.
and 15
I'm gonna
minutes.
go get
All right,
my water
that's workout
upstairs.
number 3.
I'm gonna go